Hello ladies, I am back for week 3. So we are on Monday the 20th. So this week and next week, usually the videos are a little bit faster because in the first 2 weeks we've covered so many basic movements like lunges, squats, curls, all that stuff. And then after that, it's kind of just different variations of those same things. So these should be a little bit quicker. So on Monday the 20th, it is a hit Tabata. You're gonna choose your normal or advanced timer. We have jump rope, plank toe touches, flutter kicks, and half burpees. Jump rope, or if you have a real jump rope, plank toe touches, flutter kicks, and half burpee. And of course, step in, step out, don't jump, whatever you have to do. Okay, so first we have jump rope. So I actually, if you were in my program before, I actually have a ropeless jump rope. So it's just handles with tiny, short, like tube-like rope with a ball on the end that's kind of weighted. So you hold one in each hand and go like this, and it kind of feels like it's a jump rope, but you're never gonna trip on it or whatever because there's no rope. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, if you don't have a jump rope, or like for me, I liked that ropeless one because I have a jump rope, but I'm always working out on carpet, and I feel like it's just a little bit different than like hardwood or like a road or something, so I prefer to use the ropeless one. But either way, you're gonna act like you're jumping rope. So what that means is your arms are kind of held like this, and they're circling like this, and you're basically just jumping straight up and down on the toes, the balls of your feet and your toes. So your heels are not touching the ground, okay? So that's your pretend jump rope, okay? Then we have plank toe touches. So I know I've talked a lot about plank position because we do use it so often, high plank position. So this is another one, high plank position. And what you're doing, you're gonna have kind of your normal stance with your hands, a little bit wider stance with your feet. And you're gonna release off of one hand, and you're gonna touch your opposite hand with your opposite toe. So you're gonna pike up, try to touch that toe, return to high plank. Opposite arm, opposite foot, pike up with your butt and hips, try to touch the other toe, return to high plank. So this is what it looks like a little bit faster. If you're not exactly touching your toes, that's okay, but you wanna make sure that every in between, you hit your high plank before you move. So what I like to do when I come in is do a little butt squeeze, go, butt squeeze, go, butt squeeze, go. So for me, that's how I know I'm hitting my high plank. You don't want to like hump and then your hips drop down, but if you just squeeze your butt, it kind of helps your body go into line, and then you know that you're hitting your high plank position. If this is something that you can't do, it's actually kind of a lot on your shoulders. You can just go the opposite way and start on your back with your feet up in the air, your hands over your head, touch opposite arm, opposite foot, down, opposite, down, opposite, down. So it's the same idea, except you're not having to have that pressure from a high plank position, and you're not having to worry about moving and stuff. So you can try both if you're not sure. And then we have flutter kicks. So I think we might have done scissor kicks before or something similar. I talk about, or I like to put my hands kind of halfway under my butt. With flutter kicks, you're staying low, so see how I'm barely above the ground, and I'm doing short little kicks. So I'm not doing big ones, I'm doing short little ones, and I'm not touching the ground, but I'm staying very close to the ground, okay? So those are your flutters. And then our last is a half burpee. So usually, if I want you to do a regular burpee, I'm gonna just say burpee, and then you can break it down to a half burpee or the burpee off of a height. But this one, because it's in a Tabata timer, which means it's more fast paced, I want you to do a half burpee, even if you can do a full burpee. And the reason for that is that you can do more faster. So I can do a full burpee, but I like to do, like I just said, the half burpee because I can get more of them done because I am on a timer. So that's kind of the point of it. So if you're somebody who normally does half, go ahead and do half. If it's gonna be too fast paced and too much for you, then you're gonna move on to the burpee off of a chair. I'm just gonna look really quick and see if we even talked about burpees before I go over the whole spiel again. Okay, it doesn't look like we have. So basically, I'm not even gonna go over the full because I'm not requiring you to do it. I'm just gonna go over the half and the modified. So this is another thing where we use high plank position. So with the half burpee, you're gonna reach down to the ground. You're gonna jump out into your high plank position, jump your legs back in, stand up and jump. 1, down, out, in, jump, down, out, in, jump, okay? So when you jump out, you wanna make sure that you're not jumping out like this, okay? Or you're not jumping out like this. You wanna jump out into that nice straight high plank position, okay? So again, like I've said, we use it in so many exercises that we do that eventually you're gonna be a pro at high plank position. If you cannot do that, you're gonna do it off of a height. So it's the same exact movements, but you're gonna be doing it off of a chair or couch or something else. So down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down, out, in, up. If you're somebody who can't jump and you need to step, this applies to your regular burpee, your half burpee, and your burpee off of a height. You can always jump out, step in. You can always step out, jump in. You can always step, step. If you can't jump at the end, don't jump, okay? So for each of them, there's always the option of step, jump, step, 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 and then jump or no jump, okay? So there's a million ways to do it. People always freak out when they hear burpee, but it can be modified so simply that there's no excuse. Everybody can do a burpee. So you're gonna rotate through those 4, and that's your Monday hit Tabata.